We had a problem. We wanted to increase the production value of our live streams at the performance horse events that we stream all over the United States without the increased cost of extra help, camera people, hotels, cables, running power cords, and all the headaches that come with adding additional cameras. That's when a colleague of mine introduced me to the BirdDog P200. He showed me that with one Cat5 cable connected over an NDI over the network, he could control, receive video, and power that camera, all with one cable. Since then, we have now added 3 BirdDog P200s, the new PH120, as well as 2 BirdDog Studios, bringing them all over the NDI network with one input into our vMix production. This has been huge to help keep cables and help to a minimum, help keep our costs down and increase the production value for our client, which was our ultimate goal. As we travel from show to show, sometimes we only have a couple of hours to get set up. So having the ability to set each camera up with just one cable and not have to source out power outlets, power cords, and everything else that goes along with it, it helped keep our setup time to a minimum while still allowing us to add more cameras for the production. The quality of the camera and the footage is incredible, and being able to control all these over the NDI network with one input makes it a no-brainer for us to use the BirdDog products. With the ability to place these cameras virtually anywhere, it allows us to bring in more camera angles and give us more freedom to place those cameras where we need them the most, whether it's an interview on the side of the arena or the action from up above or down below. We can capture any angle with minimum cables. When one of my dogs chewed through a cable, I emailed BirdDog to see if I could get a replacement cable. Within minutes, they emailed me back and said that they were sending a new replacement cable to the location we were at. It did not affect our production one bit. Thank you, BirdDog. At Performance Horse Central, we're always looking for new ways, better ways to increase our production. BirdDog has helped us do that and bring that quality to our clients. BirdDog, thank you very much. We couldn't do it without you.
Well, what's going on, everybody? How's it going this week? I'm BirdDog John. Thanks for joining us today. I just found out that Restream has an app, and I was wondering if by any chance I could use it instead of the web UI. So let's find out if that's at all possible. Whoops. Okay. What's going on, web? How are you? Good to see ya. No guarantee that this is going to work. What is this? Restream? Oh, crap. Okay, so I can't do that yet, but maybe soon. Alrighty. This is NDI. How's it going, Balu? Well, good morning, everybody. Let me just see what we're doing here. Okay. Handful of folks hanging out, so that's cool. So I had this idea last week with Balu, who was here on Friday with me. Everybody else was slacking. John Cena theme song. So yeah, I was thinking through, wouldn't this stream be a whole lot more engaging if we had the ability to bring people in and have a chat? And in particular, other BirdDog employees. And so there's a whole bunch of folks in Europe and in the States. And when they're not in meetings, I'm going to give them the ability to join me and actually talk to me live. And I'm going to use a little program called StreamYard because I've seen it used. However, I am trying to use it for free because I don't want to pay for anything yet because I don't know if it's going to work for us. But I do feel like it'd be great to have the ability for guys to jump in or pop in when they're available and then yeah, we can chat, and you guys can still be in the chat, and I can keep an eye on that. So, yeah, cool stuff. Hey, it's the end of the month, and the month that is ending is May. This means that we're waiting on a promise made some time ago for a little show called NAB. Do you know what I'm talking about? End of May? No, you're going to have to jog my memory. There's a lot of promises that are made. Unfortunately. Yeah, you're going to have to jog my memory. Free credit report. .com. Yeah, so we had a doozy of an end of last week, and then Monday was a holiday here in the U.S. for those of you watching internationally. And what's going on, Senseless? So yeah, we have all been really busy trying to catch up last week, and then we had a few days off, and now we're trying to catch up again, because anytime you take a day off, yeah, the questions don't stop coming. So you have to pay the price, unfortunately. Also, we are going to do some snacks on stream today, because why not? And today's snacks are brought to you by, well, one of them is brought to you by Beep Chirp, and one of them is brought to you by Balu. So maybe I should do a little tighter shot on this. Let's see if I can pull up that overhead cam and see what we can do here. Yeah, there we go. That's a little better. Let's see. Can I adjust this at all? Nope, that's the wrong way. So yeah, mystery snacks today on stream. Don't know what these are, other than these are cocktail peanuts. I don't know what that means. And this is just a bag of mystery something, super duper light, and apparently only 40 calories per serving, and there's one serving per bag. So there you go. Oh, there we go. So yeah, who knows what that is? Because I sure don't. So we're about to find out. All right, just go here and do a page search for May. NAB. Oh boy, this always makes me nervous. "4K Family." 4K Family update for SDI and 4K HDMI. Okay, so the request is for whatever this update is supposed to be. Let me see if I can throw this up here so that you guys can see. So this is the request. And Japanese style peanuts are great and high in calories, but peanuts are high in calories in general. It's actually quite a full bag. There's no air in here to I don't know. So the request, I believe, is for the dual channel 4K SDI and HDMI. You know, we've been talking about this a fair bit. And let me just see if I have any internal notes on when that might be released. I don't know. I don't know what the plan is there. Be careful. The characters on the front have wide eyes. It's true, MTash. How's it going, man? They do. Their eyes are definitely open on that one. This one says toasted, not fried, premium peanuts. So I'm looking forward to that. Peanuts are actually a really good way to hold off hunger, although they are high in calories. If you eat a handful of them, it'll delay hunger. So, okay, let's see what I can find here on the 4K updates. Okay, so from what I can tell, there should be a beta slated sometime soon. It says the end of this month still. This is a document that gets looked at quite regularly. I would bet, though, that that update is likely still at least a week away. Maybe 2. Yeah. Maybe 2. We shall see. Hey, BirdDog guys, I did send that chat link. If you want to join, you certainly don't have to. It's in Teams, so you should have a StreamYard notification in Teams. I know that the sales crew, we were going to launch this today, but the sales crew is in a meeting for an hour, so, you know, that's what happens. But anyways, yeah, we might get to chat with some other BirdDog guys other than me, so yeah, that might be fun. I'll keep an eye on that, see if anybody joins. If it goes well, then I may ditch the Wirecast platform altogether and just move to StreamYard and probably get rid of Restream as well. Because StreamYard has a chat inside the system. And so if that works better for us, then I could still do pretty much everything I do here, including screen shares for, you know, showing desktop, showing programs and all that sort of good stuff. So I don't think I'm going to lose anything by moving to StreamYard. It's just not quite as pretty as this ended up being. But, you know, whatever. One of the things I like is you can bring the chat into the show and, like, show it on the bottom. So if I was to pay for a service, which is a couple $100 a year, it would give me that ability, which I'm kind of tempted to do. But let's see how it goes for a couple of days before we do anything like that. Yeah, and I should just like bust these open. It's already almost quarter after. So, which of these should I do here? I think I'm going to do these strange, I think they're Japanese. So I'll do these first because you never know what sort of, oh dear. Okay, so we have what looked like, or supposed to be like, maybe like those like onion rings without the onion flavoring. I'm trying to like get this over here so you guys can see this. It's a very strange snack, but they're basically like puffed wind. So yeah, here we go. Oh, that's not what I expected to be. Oh, so yeah, that's good. Kind of like a corn pops. Yeah. All right. I like that. Yeah. Funyuns. Yeah, that's right. Actually, those are good. Who knows what the aftertaste will be like? And also, there was about like 8 in here, which is why it's 40 calories. But, uh-oh. Drop frames. Oh. It's because the computer is maxed out here. So let's try and kill some stuff. Kill this. Kill these tabs. Nope. Still a struggle busting it here. Let's see if I switch scenes. Does that make it easier? Probably not. Weird. Still dropping frames. Yeah, pretty good. These little these guys, they're not too bad. All right. Japones? I don't know how to say that. These are the doozy of the calorie count here today. So this bag is sealed. So we're going to use a knife to open that. And here we go. Oh. Okay. Oh. CPU is 100%. Why? Why are you 100%? I do not understand why. It's not like I'm doing very much here. Alright, let's kill some of these other things running behind the scenes. I don't need this. Yes, I want to kill that. There's not much else here, actually. Goodness. I need a better computer. Oh! My fillings. Good golly, man. Ow. I can't figure out if that's the peanuts or my teeth. Jeez. That was a doozy. However, they are delicious. Just surprisingly crunchy. But good. Oh! Jeez. There's like surprise crunches in there. Wowzers. Okay. Man, I do not know how to lower the CPU on this thing. The CPU is just maxed out. But it's not like I'm doing anything particularly taxing here. Maybe I should lower the... Kind of like Pop Rocks. Ow. Ow. Man. You gotta go easy here. Good golly. All right. Anyway, I'm not particularly sure what is going on with my machine, but this is kind of convincing me that I need to move off of Wirecast. Now, before everybody gets all excited and thinks that I'm going to move to vMix, think again, mon frere. Let me show you this. So this is StreamYard. And yoink. That's not too bad. I'm curious to know what it looks like on Restream. Yeah, it's all synced up. And I like that. I think it's all right. It's a lot cleaner. Obviously, I'm paying for anything, so it has the logo there and whatever. But if it works for us, then I might pay for something like that. Get rid of that. Build a few scenes, which you can do, but it's primarily for talking to other people. Which, if that's the case, I could send that link to anybody. So yeah, thinking about doing that after I visit the dentist to fix my teeth. Seriously, man, that's some crazy crunch. Alrighty, well, so far the snacks are approved. I actually like both of those, and the Japanese peanuts have a little, they're like burning my tongue a little bit. So, there's a little bite to them. But they're quite good. Alrighty. Well, let me know if you guys have any questions, NDI stuff you want to talk about. That's what I'm here for. I'm also here to eat snacks because that's what I do. You will notice that the website has now changed. And so let's jump over there real quick and have a look. So the website now shows the P110 and 120 prominently. What's crazy to me is that the 120 is only $100 more US than the 110. Same camera, basically, like same innards, same features. The only thing difference is an additional 10 times optical lens. And for $100, like in the camera realm, that's not enough money to make it a differentiating factor in a purchase. So if you're buying 3 cameras and a keyboard, $300 for twice the optical lenses, that's a no-brainer, man. I did get to play with these at NAB, and I believe we have one here. Oh, that's cool. And I believe we have one here, so I should bring it in and throw it up on the stream, make it my primary for a while, because I use a P200, but P200 is the go-to, you know? This is quite the bag of peanuts. Anyway, I'm really excited about this camera. It performed really well at NAB, especially on NDI 5. The tally system is really cool. You can see it from anywhere. You can turn it off if you want. Also, this little info screen, like, it seems like a no-brainer, but from a support standpoint, it's amazing, because you're going to be able to finally see what IP address you've got, what the camera has. And yeah, just its basic functionality and everything. Resolution, name of the camera, all that good stuff. So it's going to be, there we go. It's going to be really nice. Oh, make sure you vote. Yeah, good call, Balu. There is a where are we here? Yeah. This website, there's Reader's Choice Awards. You have to go through and select something for all of them. But BirdDog's in there for cameras. And so it takes a second, but it's really good. So check that out if you haven't already. Otherwise, head over to the BirdDog website, birddog.tv, and check out this brand new page for the P110 120. It's pretty cool. It is pretty cool stuff. BirdDogs for PTZs. Do it. Yeah, I like it. And I like these peanuts. They're good. Uh-oh. Somebody just got blacklisted. That's what you get. Telling me to be famous. Yoink. Nightbot'll get ya. We don't do any of that want to be famous stuff on this channel. There's no filter in Restream, is there? There's no way to like set up a... Nope. Apparently not. Don't want to be famous. Want to be rich. To each his own. All right. Well, these snacks are done. I mean, I still got half a bag of peanuts to get through, but I don't necessarily need them. I just keep eating them because they're here. But there's like a little spice to them. I don't know what it is. So let's find out. And a hint of wasabi. Oh man, I'm not going to be able to read this text. Hang on. Nope. Here. These are not gluten-free, everybody. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to read that. There's just no way. All right. I have my first guest. I can't wait. Let's see what we can do here. Ow. Let's see, now that one didn't taste right. Something's up. What's going on, Balu? How are you, man?
I'm doing all right. Can't complain.
Hey, thanks for jumping on.
Gotta...
You like vacuuming in the back room, or what's going on there?
Gotta keep it clean.
You know. Is it Rosie? Did you send her around?
No, actually. No, it's just how loud it is in here.
Oh my goodness. So that's so first of all, this is Balu. This is Christian. He's one of our technicians. He's the technician that works at the bench. So proper introductions here. He doesn't work from his house as his background shows, but you probably don't want to see the stacks of things that are behind him anyway. So
yes.
This is all on purpose. But anyways, this is Balu. Finally, people, you can put a face to a name. But also, the noise is probably the open gear chassis, right? That or
Yes.
TriCaster that's in there?
I think they're both compounded. It's compounded noise.
Yeah, yeah. It's good times.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, cool.
I've gotten
Well,
used
thanks
to
for
it. It
jumping
doesn't
on.
bother me too much.
Now we will keep an eye on the chat. A hint of wasabi.
Yeah.
Thanks for the name.
Yeah, you just said, I was like, oh. You just said it, so I was like, let's do that.
Yep. That's a good name.
I'm surprised everybody else was saying they were gonna join, and then all of a sudden nobody's here.
Yeah, I know. Well, I sent them a thing this morning, and then somebody booked a meeting right at that exact time.
Okay,
So-
you're right. You just said that.
Yeah. Let me throw this up here. Yeah. So no other activity in that chat this morning, so it's you and me.
Mm-hmm.
Now the question
what I
is, how do I bring... See, so... Yeah, I just need to pay for this service and get it over with, because I feel like me being trying to be cheap is not going to work out here, because now if I want to check and see if anybody's waiting, I either have to take this out of full screen or switch scenes, take it out of full screen, nobody's there, make it full screen, and switch it back, which seems like a lot of work.
Wasn't that the point of the third monitor?
Yeah, but I'm capturing the third monitor and bringing it into Wirecast.
Okay.
Because it doesn't output anything. Just it's supposed to be going right to, YouTube, Facebook, and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not. Anyway, we'll check in on that every now and then. Awesome. So what is going on in the technical bench? You had gotten a lot of work done last week. You had a lot less things on the shelves than normal.
Yeah, I have literally one keyboard, and then I have the rest just stuff I'm trying to revive from the graveyard.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I think Brayton's out of the office today, so we may have to catch up on his stuff too.
Yeah. I was like, oh, man. I was surprised.
He'd probably be on here if he was here, but he is out today.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Said he's not feeling well.
Nope.
He's not even coming to the game tonight.
Oh, dear. So,
yeah.
Balu and Brayton play on the same baseball team?
Softball.
Softball team?
It's the BirdDog Benchwarmer softball team.
Yeah, and they have BirdDog jerseys, which is awesome. They pitched it to Eamon, and Eamon was like, that sounds like a great idea. So, it's cool stuff. A couple of BirdDog employees on that.
Yeah.
All right, so now we've got 2 BirdDog guys hanging out online. So if you have questions, now would be the time to ask, because now there's more than
trying to
one
get a third.
Oh, yeah. Which
He's
one?
off in his own dimension.
He's off working.
Yeah.
Good stuff. I'm just going to readjust this
He
camera.
multitask.
Yeah. Well, let me see if he's hanging around. Well, yeah, let me see if he's hanging on. Hang on, I'll switch out. Take a look at this real quick. Nope. Not yet. All right. Juggling a few things. That means working plus a bunch of personal stuff. Yeah, Census has been having some house repairs done, and so that's been consuming his life for the last little while. Yoink.
So pretty much my weekend was fixing up around the house. So,
Oh, nice.
yeah.
Right on. I had a bunch of projects that were going on, but didn't get them all done.
Oh.
As per normal.
Hate when that happens.
Yeah, well, it's a long weekend, so you don't want to spend the whole thing doing housework, but you end up spending a lot of time doing housework. So we had to this year is the year we have to stain the deck in the back, so we had to power wash that and prep it and then actually stain it, which I hate doing. Well, I mean, I hate anything that involves an action that resembles painting, because it's just ruined in my childhood. Painting was like a punishment, so I don't enjoy doing that at all. And the roller I bought was crap, and so it was really frustrating. But anyway, so we did that, and on Saturday, 3 yards of compost dirt delivered to our house. So we had to fill. We were building beds for plants, and so there was 3 yards of soil that we had to haul from the driveway into the backyard. So that was a lot on Saturday. Plus on Saturday afternoon, before that, we also went to Independence Oaks, which is up in Clarkston where I live, and my wife and I went kayaking. So not only did we do like exercise Saturday afternoon, then Saturday evening rolled around and we did more exercise by shoveling all that dirt. So we had that all done, and I crashed on Saturday, and then Sunday morning Holly was volunteering at the church and I was watching my son, which is a job. And then Sunday afternoon we started working on the deck. So we were supposed to put up like the awning and everything and get it all finished, but we just decided to wait until next week and to finish everything else.
Okay.
It's riveting stuff.
Nice.
I know. But that was basically my holiday.
Can you open that?
Yeah. Let's take a look. Man.
Yeah, I was seeing the pictures. I was seeing the pictures like.
Go ahead.
No, I'm saying you're getting a lot of it done. I was like,
oh
okay.
Yeah. I was posting stuff over the weekend. For some reason, I can't open this link that you sent.
Can't. Okay. All right. Let's see if I can do Control Alt.
There is a way to do screen share on StreamYard. Let's take a look.
FN. Okay, that was it. Oh, I can just
slides, extra camera, share screen. Which screen? This one. Yoink. Okay, so here's the photo of it half complete. We power washed one side and then power washed the other. That was exciting.
Yeah, I saw that one. I saw the finished product. I was like, okay.
And then this. Yeah, this is finished. So it's stained and everything. Yeah, it looks good. And there was no rain in the forecast, so it worked really well. But good times. All right. I like that. I like that StreamYard. That was all right. That screen share. Okay, did you send that again or no?
No, I saved it, and now I'm going to see if I can put it into the chat, the StreamYard chat. That'd be easiest.
Yeah, let's see if that works.
I tell you, my computer's not having it.
Should talk to your boss about
that. I mean, I like the Surface. It's just like having a wonderful time. Okay.
Yeah, I use that Surface still, but I don't ask it to do very much because it doesn't seem to be able to handle a lot of the stuff that we throw at it. So like one program at a time basically at this point. This one is okay, but I mean I'm practically maxing out the CPU just by running Wirecast, one Chrome tab, and then I've got StreamYard up there. And it seems to be too much for this thing. So it's like, partially why I'm also tempted to get off of Wirecast, because I'm sure if I dump Wirecast, the CPU usage will... Well, actually, we can find out, I guess. Yeah. So apparently Google Chrome... Wait. Why are there 12 Google Chrome instances running? Seriously. And then Wirecast is consuming like 20% of the GPU and 20% of the CPU. So both Chrome and Wirecast are just destroying in this thing right now. Oh, that's interesting. So the NDI webcam plugin that I'm using for StreamYard is also taking 10% of the CPU, which I did not know. And then
But you wouldn't think that would be the case because it's a browser
yeah,
based program. Do you have Teams open?
Teams, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna send it to you that way.
Sure. Well, for those of you just hanging out in the background, hopefully you're doing well. If you want to jump in on the chat, oh, this is weird. It's because I'm running really high on the CPU. If you want to jump in on the chat, you can do that on YouTube. On
Hello.
Couple things there for you.
Okay.
hang on 1 second. I'll trade you off. If you want to jump in on the chat, you can do that on YouTube. You can do that on Discord. You can do that on Twitch. You can also participate on Facebook, but it just puts like a random Facebook user up there, and so it's not quite as helpful as the other platforms, but you can certainly chat with us there. That would be fine. So reach out to us if you've got an NDI question. That's what we're here for. We've got, we're here for the hour just to answer questions. A lot of people don't like submitting tickets, and I don't have the bandwidth to have a phone service to where everybody can just call us at any time. And so feel free to jump in the chat if you want kind of live interaction. Otherwise, our agents can set up a time where they can have a meeting with you, but that does require a fair bit more planning. So if you can join us on Tuesday, Thursdays at 11 to 12, we'd be happy to chat with you here. So cool stuff. Let me jump back over. I can bring Balu back into this one. How's it going?
Hey, so yeah, he dropped him off. He was like, "Yeah, we have them. We have 2 packages here. I'm taking your 2 packages, and I'm leaving." Okay, cool.
Who is that, Brian?
Yeah.
Oh,
So what I just sent you is
where did you send it to me?
To Teams in general.
Okay, hang on.
Thought I was sending a private message, but guess not.
I did
Under U.S.
get-
team support. I mean, U.S. support team.
Oh, yeah. Okay, hang on. Okay, yeah. Oh, here we go. Cool.
Because MTash wanted to see the uniforms.
Oh, nice. Yeah, okay, let me toss it in here.
Which tonight is our first playoff game, so wish us luck there.
Ooh. Playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. There they are. BirdDog benchwarmers.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
We had the marketing department throw something together, which I thought was pretty generous. They got lots of stuff going on, but they worked out pretty well. Is there nothing on the back? Is it just a number, or what?
Just a number, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Kept the price pretty low.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, but it worked for everybody we have on our team too.
Ooh, MTash says, "What position do you play?"
I've been just pitching. That's about it. And then
Just pitching.
yeah.
That's a pretty important role.
Yeah. I've been doing okay. I got 2 strikeouts the other day, which is surprisingly for softball, but it happened.
Boom.
Yeah. I was like, I can play other places, right? And he's like, Yeah, we kind of knew need pitching. And I said, okay, all right, cool.
And cleanup. You play cleanup, right?
Mm-hmm. Even I've almost it's like it's tied with me and like another guy for home runs. We only just got one apiece. So
Nice.
hopefully I can do something tonight. Get some of
High
those.
arc modified fast pitch.
Yeah, exactly. There was this guy. It was like this giant guy, and like you see, I'm a big guy, but like he's like 6'5", 300 pounds, and I hit him with the pitch, and then he started looking at me like I hit him with a 90-mile-per-hour fastball. I'm like, no, dude, it's softball. If you don't get your ball out of the way, nothing I can do.
Yeah.
So
You got to really not be paying attention if you get hit with softball slow pitch.
really, so yeah.
Well,
But
yeah, good
aside of
stuff.
that, it's going well.
It's a shame that Brayton won't be there.
Yeah.
It's a playoff game tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got 2 playoff games tonight. If we win one of them, at least one, then we're good to go for next week.
Nice.
Yep.
And if not, then the season's over, or what?
Season's over.
Really?
Season is over.
Wow.
Yep.
That seems like it went pretty quick. Although you're not playing like 80-plus games a season, right? So
True. But yeah, it was only 4 weeks total. So
nice.
yeah. And then they go into summer, and then they have fall. So I don't know if we're doing fall or not.
Ooh, let's
see.
take a peek. See if anyone else is hanging out here. Nope. Okay, good. That's the thing is, if I was porting this directly out to YouTube, I'd see people coming and going. You could bring them in. But so far, still good.
Now, does it help if you have the full version?
Yeah, like if you pay for it, then this screen that we're looking at right now would just go directly out, and I'm friggin' dropping frames on the audio. Really annoying. Yeah, it would just get sent out directly to YouTube and Facebook, and I wouldn't need Restream. See if I can figure out. Oh, now it's clean. Of course. Oh boy. Is there a way to lower the CPU requirement in Wirecast? Does anybody know if there's like an option for, like, if I've just enabled something and it's chewing up all the CPU by accident? I put on GPU encoding today, and it sped up the decode for the video coming in. So the P200 NDI decode seemed to stop being choppy when I enabled the graphics card in this machine to do the decode. But now I'm converting it with NDI webcam and bringing it into StreamYard as a source that way. And so it's another layer of things it has to do. Cool. Well, it's okay. So one of the reasons why I wanted to do this and bring some other guys in is mostly because there's not a ton of NDI questions on a regular basis on this show, and so if we have the ability to bring others in, then it could be more like a BirdDog live show instead of a BirdDog support show. So questions are still welcome. If you have NDI questions, we can certainly try and answer them. If we have sales guys on here, we can talk about sales stuff too. But yeah, overall, I'm just hoping to create a little more conversation and all that sort of stuff. So jump in on the chat. You're welcome to chat with either of us, or like I said, hopefully on Thursday we can bring some more folks and see what this is going to be. And yeah, if it's worth it, then I'll pay for StreamYard and ditch Restream. Don't tell Restream. But that is the plan. It won't like look as nice. You can put your own backdrop in and stuff. But whatever. We'll make it work.
Yeah.
I'd rather people be interested in the content of the show than worrying about what it looks like.
Don't have to worry about the giant duck in the right-hand corner.
Yeah. I wonder, like, if we had two other guests, would that be over the corner of your picture? Or would it shrink us down so that the logo isn't obstructed? Who knows? You know?
Yeah.
Take a peek and see if anybody's... Nope. Nobody's chilling in the lobby. But, so, kind of look at this as a resource for guys that are streaming. So, you can... This is where you would manage it, and it would output it to, YouTube or Facebook or whatever. And if you buy a license, you can do multi-output, so like up to 4 or something like that, which is what Restream does. Plus, I could do a custom RTMP stream, which I could then send to Restream. So I could still use Restream while I paid for it, but it's kind of pointless. And I like the idea of linking directly because then they show, if people chat, it shows up here, and you can highlight them and bring them into the show here, like on screen. So if somebody has a question, we could bring the question up on screen and talk about that question, and then tuck it away so it doesn't get lost in the chat. So I kind of like that over Restream. Restream wasn't super expensive. It would be great for taking a single source out of Wirecast and sending it to multiple platforms. It's great. But since this is all web-based, it seems to me like this would be an easier place for what we're trying to do. So, anyway, we've been kind of monkeying around with this for a day or two, and I kind of like the way that it looks just for free, and wondering what else I could do if we paid for it. So, yada yada. Anyways, there's another resource out there. StreamYard has really become quite popular. I'm kind of a weirdo in this regards where I watch lawyers like discuss cases that are ongoing live. And so I have a secondary monitor that I leave that up on the screen, and they use StreamYard, and those guys have paid for accounts, and they bring people in and joining conversation, and they watch things live on YouTube, and then they talk about it kind of in real time. And I like that idea. I like the idea to be able to like share resources and then kind of discuss them in a round table. So hopefully as time goes along, we'll have more regular guests on the show. Bali will probably be back because he works for me and he has to be here. But we'll see if the sales guys or anybody's able to join us. Maybe it'd be a good reason to buy nicer equipment for anybody who's going to actually be on the show. Random Facebook user asks, hey, can we believe in shipment of the BirdDog plate in June, or is it better just to be patient? Well, it's always advised to be patient. Patience is needed when you're inventing stuff. However, I do know that they're finishing up firmware on Play, and they're in manufacture. So we had some physical units at NAB, and so they are being made. I do think, though, that there are some things they want to tighten up on the firmware before launching it. So I think June might be reasonable, but I wouldn't place an order for 400 of them for a giant project. I would be sure that you quote them after they launch, because that's pretty important. That happened with Quad. They announced a bunch of features that were going to happen, and then it didn't work the same way that we thought it was. So, oh, sorry, Balu.
That was me.
Yeah, all good. So yeah, we launched Quad, we said encode, decode, we said a bunch of things, and people placed big orders before they launched, and then they were knocking down the door because we weren't launching it because it wasn't ready. And so in November of 2020, we launched it, and we've been playing catch up ever since. So I know they don't want to do that again. So June is probably a good estimate, but nothing's for sure until it's actually in the wild. So yeah, keep an eye out though. It'll be a big deal when that gets launched because it'll be one of the first ARM-based decoders on the market, and that's pretty exciting stuff. So what are your thoughts, Balu?
I'm looking forward to having one of them here, actually.
I have one at home, which I keep forgetting to bring in.
Okay.
So, and we have some giant TVs around the office that need them.
Mm-hmm. More of an incentive to put all of them up on the wall.
Yeah, exactly. Especially that one sitting in the lobby.
Mm-hmm.
We could put that okay, so for NAB, we purchased a really large TV, 75 inches. And it's currently sitting in my lobby in a box because I don't know really where to put it right now. I could put it on this wall, which would be overkill. Yeah, that would be overkill. But I could also we have a couple of big wall spaces in the lobby, so
yeah.
Facebook user says, "Well, I placed an order, but I work around for now. I see no other devices in this price class with this functionality." Indeed, that is one of the reasons why it is what it is and priced the way that it's priced, because currently there's nothing else out there. So I do know that they're attempting every day to get it finished up because it's going to be a big deal, especially as we start marketing more to AV markets where we just need to send a signal to a TV. That's pretty, basic stuff. So it'd be great because we could get a lot of these sold, but it's got to pretty much be done before we launch it, and that's going to be an interesting... who decides when that is basically the owner, Dan, at this point. So they're working on it. I promise you they're working on it. But yeah, it's probably this month or next. I don't know.
That's good. I was looking at some of the videos from NAB, and I was like,
"Yep,
we're coming out with some really good things." So I'm excited to see all of those actually come out, and then see how they function with our current product line.
There's definitely a ton of stuff on the horizon, and that was the story at NAB. Was like there's a lot of irons in the fire, and the things they could share, they did, and some of them were under glass, literally. But I'm excited to see those things show up because I think they answer a lot, but answer a lot of like holes in the market, kind of like here where it's the only device in that price bracket. But the core units, the SDM units, and the open gear cards, I had a lot of installers walk by and say, "We're not interested in NDI, but now we are because of the open gear card, because everybody has an open gear card." Most like AV installations in big churches and stuff, they at least have one open gear chassis because there's like a ton of different cards that you can buy. So people already have those, and so the fact that we're bringing the NDI functionality to it, and you just slap a card in there, and now you've got 4 channels of decode or encode, that's a pretty big deal. So now it's like a child moment, like at Christmas. Agreed.
Probably one of my favorite parts of my job is that I'm always getting boxes, and so that it's like Christmas almost every day of the week.
Yep.
Or every day of the year.
Yeah, there's always something coming in. And that's, again, it's just the stuff that they were able to tell us about too. And like on the hardware side, it was pretty big. There was 4 new devices that were launched, but then or 4 or 5, because it would have been, not launched. I guess Open Gear card was there, but it wasn't launching. Core, was launched there. Play has already been announced, so that's not really a launch. And then the P110 120.
Yep.
And the Pod.
Yep.
So that's probably the 4 new ones. Pod, cameras.
Well, they said 6 because they were going. Shoot, it's the 5-inch one, and then there's a 7-inch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's like 5.5, right?
yeah.
But anyways,
somewhere
yeah, we but there's like a whole section of software that didn't really get a lot of the spotlight, but there's a lot of stuff going on there too, where they're revamping Central and redoing comms, which I've just got a beta for. And then which actually, if you have comms Lite, you should have gotten an email for a 1.5 comms. And if you didn't, reach out to my guys at help@birddog.tv and we will get you that link, because it's quite stable. From what I've used in my office, that update is quite stable, and that was one of the primary purposes for it. So yeah, we're quite happy about any updates coming to comms, because it's kind of long overdue, needs a little love. And it hasn't been updated since a lot of the products went to LTS, which, you know, is a more efficient way of packaging the actual frame. And so everything probably needed to be updated in order to get everything to work correctly, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so a lot of software stuff. Camera Director, which is like a Waypoint software, was announced. And then the plugin for Adobe and several cloud things were launched. So yeah. Oh yeah, and a partnership with Zoom, who that's where the Pod thing comes in.
Yep.
So yeah, there's a lot going on.
And that's gonna be big for a lot of Zoom installations.
Yeesh. Yeah. I think the NDI market is trying to navigate what their role in the AV market is going to be, because there's a lot of questions that need answered even still, but they're trying to come up with solutions so that they can be a viable option when it comes to AV install.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, granted, it would be great if we could figure out a way to become a tangible solution, because NDI is a great option for getting packets around the network, but again, there are some fundamental questions that have to be answered.
Yeah.
I got a speed editor I got a speed editor today. Are updates planned to full functionality or edit mode in Resolve? These are foreign things to me, man. Are updates planned to full functionality? Full functionality, and what product are you using? Cloud Connect or yeah, let me jump over to Facebook to see what's going on. That's where this question comes from.
I heard Resolve. It's about DaVinci Resolve or something around.
I don't know of any updates that are coming for Resolve. I haven't heard anything like that. Hang on one second. Yeah, DaVinci Resolve. It's possible that's what you're talking about. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. What else in the lobby here? I've viewed a lot of videos about DaVinci Resolve and used a small keyboard speed editor. I see that is the primary mode for cutting, but they often say it's not fully in edit. Okay. how are you editing though in Resolve? Like, are you bringing in live video? Is that what you're talking about? Because I have no exposure to this program. I don't know much about it.
I'm kind of get it, but I'm not seeing the connection.
Yeah. Well, like on their website, it shows that they have the capturing solutions being like the Decklink cards, Ultra Studio 4K Mini, which is a Blackmagic product, and then there's some other Blackmagic stuff in here too. So I wonder if he's bringing in video. I don't know if there's an NDI plugin for this or not. Okay, I'll try it. Maybe next time I'll have more. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah. Let us know specific what you're using it for and how you're connecting it, like how the BirdDog stuff is being integrated. Because maybe I've missed something that I need to check out. So, hey, question: do I need more light on my subjects when zooming in all the way in on a P200 camera? The image
100%.
is turning grainy in an annoying way when doing that. Yep. So what's happening is as the optical lens is zooming, it's Blackmagic, not BirdDog. Yes, that's what I was like. These are all Blackmagic products, but not BirdDog. Yeah. So to answer this question, yes, as you zoom in, the optical lens is losing lumens, basically because there's less exposure to the sensor at the back of the camera. And so as the lens gets kind of like zooms in and you're getting closer and closer to the subject, there's less and less light entering the camera. So this is going to result in a darker picture. And generally what happens is the camera turns up the artificial gain. So what you need to do is, well, it's a workflow question, honestly, because typically you would keep the gain as low as possible. So keep the gain limit at like 10 decibels or 17 or something like that, something really low, and then not allow the camera to go any further than that. That'll eliminate the grainy picture. But then when you get all the way zoomed in, you're going to either need to open the iris all the way up or decrease the shutter speed so that more light can get in on every frame. So those are kind of your two options. Really, I would strongly suggest either running in iris priority or shutter priority, depending on whether or not you have set lighting and the lighting changes. So, for a stage where you have a lectern or a podium or something like that, and the stage lights are generally on or off, you can use iris priority because the lighting doesn't really change dynamically. But if you have different colors and you're doing a whole bunch of other stuff on stage and it's more of a production, then you're going to either want to run in full auto or you're going to want to run in shutter priority. And you're going to probably need to change the shutter as you zoom. Like the disadvantage of running in a manual function, which is manual, or a semi-manual, which is iris or shutter priority, is that as you zoom, okay, going left and right is usually not a big deal, but as you zoom in, the shutter or the iris, depending on what you have it set at, isn't going to change. And so the other one is going to try and compensate as it can, but it's not going to be able to, open the iris on its own if you're running an iris priority. So you'll have to kind of make a decision as to how you want to shoot and what it is you are shooting, because if you're using one camera to do close-up shots and then back further away, running it in any sort of manual function is going to cause it to either look really dark when you're zoomed in or really blown out when you zoom all the way out. So full manual literally means that you need to manually change the settings when you position the camera in a position. Nothing is automatic about it. Semi-auto or auto is going to adjust as you adjust, but there's also some trade-offs there, whereas you don't have the sort of dialing. You can't really dial in the shot. It's kind of as best the camera thinks it needs to be. So there's a couple of, it's more of a workflow question than it is about there's no problem with the camera. The camera's just doing what you set it to do. So I would be curious as to if you have more information on what your shot kind of is, then we could talk about specific, use cases for those settings. But anyways, it was a really long explanation.
No, and being in depth helps. It helps.
Well, you kind of have to know what's going on. So this question, it happens quite often actually, but yeah, when you zoom all the way in, you're going to lose the light that you have otherwise. And we do a stream once a week at the congregation I go to, and the guys running the cameras do not understand this, that it's running in a manual mode, and so when they back it all the way out, the guys are going to be snow white on stage. And then when you zoom it in, it's going to look appropriate. And they don't know why the iris isn't changing. Well, it's because it's in manual. It's been told to not change.
Mm-hmm.
But, everything, unfortunately, with the lighting that we have at that building, you can't run it in auto because it blows them out all the time. And so you kind of have to know how the camera works in order to get the shot to look correct. But it's just a training thing. It's just showing people how it works and what they should do with it.
Yeah.
But anyways. So yeah, good question. I'm curious. I'm just going to look at this one more time. We're kind of wrapping up here, so I don't expect anybody else to show up in the lobby, but yeah, good times. Well, we are past 12. Balu, did you eat these peanuts or this interesting Japanese Funyun snack?
Nope.
You missed out, my friend.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. Awesome. Well, thanks for coming along for the ride today, Balu. Thanks for testing this out for me too last week.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we will. We'll do this again on Thursday. Hopefully, more people can join, and we'll have a bit of a round table as questions come up. So, yeah, I'm gonna transition out of this meeting room. Take it easy, man. It's good to see you. We'll see you in a few minutes, anyways, once the show's over, and yeah. we'll go from there. For the rest of you, we will be back on Thursday at 11 o'clock. Feel free to bring your questions. I know not a lot of people like to use email, and so this is the other option. You can come join us for an hour every week, twice a week, actually, and ask your questions here. We will also be doing more of these roundtables that Balu and I was doing here today. So hopefully, you have a chance to meet more of the BirdDog guys and ask your questions. We'll have support guys and sales guys and maybe owners, and we'll see who we can keep up in Australia super late so we can chat with them. But beyond that, hopefully you're doing well. I'm going to set this up to move us on out of here at the end of the hour. And take care of yourselves this week. We will see you closer to the end. And shoot us an email if you have questions in the meantime at help@birddog.tv, and we'd be happy to give you a hand. Take care of yourselves. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.